Wake up with Al and your weather today. Weekday mornings from 6 to 11 on the Weather Channel. And now, your local on the 8s.
Currently in our area, 39 degrees under cloudy skies. Here's our local Doppler radar. Today, showers, high 39. Winds east-northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain 90%. For tonight, cloudy with periods of rain, low 32. Winds east-northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Chance of rain 90%. Rainfall near a half an inch. On Wednesday, mix of rain and freezing rain, high 35. Winds east-northeast at 15 to 25 miles per hour. And Wednesday night, snow, sleet, and ice changing to all snow, low 24. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Well, take a look at this video. Smashed structures and downed trees. It's just the legacy of an EF0 twister over the weekend in South Carolina.
And starting today, the damage for more severe storms begins to ramp up. Ahead, who's at greatest risk and why? And we could start to see round one of the stormy weather this morning.
But the real threat of the worst weather comes later in the day, and our exclusive Tourcon forecast shows you where to expect the worst of it. Things will be ramping up as we move into your Tuesday afternoon, especially through sections of Iowa and also Nebraska here. Southwest Iowa and southeastern Nebraska on a scale of 1 to 10, about a 4. So a 40% chance of seeing some tornadic activity here on our exclusive Tourcon forecast. And also we'll monitor the situation as we move into eastern Kansas here. We have about a 30% chance of seeing some tornadic activity. Right now we're seeing some heavy rain through parts of the Midwest and also a lot of lightning, but Alex, nothing severe, right?
Yeah, right now things aren't severe, but we do have the stormy weather out there. We just anticipate it to increase a little bit later on today. We get a little more heating into the afternoon, and then as this system pulls out into the middle of the country. Right now, most of the action is northward here, moving its way across southern sections of the state of Minnesota, heading down into portions of Ohio and as well as Indiana. Here we go right around Minneapolis. Some heavy downpours here for us. We've been tracking this early morning. Along with that, the lightning strikes. Boy, we have quite a bit of that. So a loud morning in a lot of these spots. And then tracking our way into portions of the southern Great Lakes, right around Chicago, south areas. That's where we see some rain. Northern parts of Indiana, trailing all the way into central sections of the state of Ohio. So that's where some of the most active weather here is with the storms. You can see even some lightning here, not as vivid as what you're finding in the upper Midwest, but still some lightning strikes to go around. Now, north of all of those storms, we have the colder air in place. This is where we are going to be dealing with some wintry weather. Winter storm warning shaded in the white. Good chunk of North Dakota, northern Minnesota, and here a little area of that orange blizzard warning here for us. We're anticipating the snow to come down with the wind to cause some problems out there in terms of visibility is coming down quite a bit, and even expanding some of those winter weather advisories all the way into lower Michigan. Let's check the temperatures out there to start you off this morning, and you can see where that colder air is. 20s and some 30s here in the northern areas. You head southward, 60s, and that's why we have that threat for some of those stronger storms. Warm, moist air in place in those areas. As we head through the afternoon, there we go right around Chicago. We've got some of those showers around, increasing with the storm threat as we get in towards the evening. It'll be right around 40 degrees as we make our way back home from work, and still dealing with some storms even as we get in towards your 9 o'clock hour. So active storms storms indeed here for us in and around the Midwest. There's your biggest zone for the strongest storms for the day with the snow and wintry weather northward. Scott?
All right, thanks so much, Alex. And yesterday was the first full day of spring, but you certainly would not know it in Albany, New York. Take a look at the flakes flying here across the area. Just a reminder that, winter will make a comeback rapidly, even though it is officially spring. As we focus in on the forecast today for the Northeast and New England, we'll get a brief break before the potential for more winter weather moves in by Wednesday. But we are dealing with a few lingering snow showers this morning as we move throughout the state of Maine. Some light snow coming down around the Bangor area all the way to Caribou, Maine. So light snowfall early. We do have some winter weather advisories illustrated in purple. That system is going to move east of the area. A front's going to linger through the mid-Atlantic, but Washington, D.C., low 60s for highs today. Boston, 47 degrees, and New York City, about 54 degrees. So let's take a look at the overall forecast for the region. And Buffalo today, about 39 degrees. Some scattered showers and storms into the mid-Atlantic and especially the Ohio River Valley. Charleston, West Virginia, 71 degrees today. Pittsburgh, some showers could move in later on in the day. And look at the forecast for Wednesday. More snow moving back into the New York City area, Boston as well throughout the day on Wednesday. And we'll have that threat for some severe weather as we move into the Charleston, West Virginia area. Temperatures there will be in the upper 70s. So that precipitation forecast for today, you can see light snow expected in the state of Maine. Alex?
All right, Scott, we track our way farther south. A very quiet scenario here for us as of late. That's been the case. Warm, quiet, and pretty much cloud-free, except for as you head into the southern plains. That's where we have a little bit more cloud cover. And also the issue there is actually wind picking up. And of course, it's been very dry, so fire danger in that area. In terms of the radar, though, nothing really showing up. What we see here showing up here, southern plains into Texas, none of that reaching the ground, at least this morning. We don't really anticipate to see too much activity. Temperatures are in the 60s in those spots, upper mid-50s as you get into northern Georgia. But again, the wind is the story here farther west. 20, 25, close to 30-mile-an-hour sustained winds in some of these areas out there for you. So it's a windy time, a dry time. Heads up for the fire danger here across a good chunk of the plain states. Let's take you through the afternoon hours. First in Nashville as we work our way on into the second half of the day. Mid-70s expected. That's what we'll stay heading on into the evening and keeping it dry out there as well. Not too bad at all. We'll head through our Tuesday for the entire region, staying quiet and dry. Gulf Coast areas, a lot of 80s showing up out there for you from Houston back over towards New Orleans. Looks like Orlando will be one of the warmer spots on the map. 88 degrees, but nothing but sunshine for the Sunshine State. Scott.
All right, thanks, Alex. Well, morning flights may be on time, but later in the day, some of you certainly could find some delays. We'll pinpoint where ahead. And then with some of you still clearing away feet of fresh snow, it's time to discover who had the worst winter. Find out how the nation voted as First Outlook continues.
Are you a 24/7 mom?